Treasure is brought to you by EB Games. We take games seriously.
Here's a game from Sony, first party, called Primal. Now, this game was done over in Europe by the Sony team over there. And let me tell you something, Primal is an unbelievable game. It's like one of those games like Eco, where it just does a lot of things differently, you know, and revolutionary. Now, you play this girl, Jen, right? But you can also control her little sidekick that she ends up meeting. His name is Scree. The great thing is the cinematics and the voice work in this game are unbelievable. Some of the best ever done.
Say, mister, are you one of them badass rock stars?
Oh, Jen. It's one of those games where you choose which character you want to do what things. Now, there's not tons and tons of fighting in this, and I wish there were more, but it's more about kind of exploring and trying to figure out which character to do what and where to go. The graphics were phenomenal. The music was recorded by a live orchestra, which is really, really cool, very intense. They also licensed some great hard rock new music as well. So anyway, Primal is definitely one that you want to pick up. It'll give you a completely new experience.
All right, we're back, and we're going to talk now about Homeworld 2. This one's for the PC from Vivendi Universal and Relic Entertainment. What'd you think of this one, man?
I gotta be honest with you, like, I just don't like these kind of games as much as I try to get into them. I just can't.
I love this game. I think that it's a phenomenal game, okay?
I don't believe it.
First of all,
are you kidding me?
I loved it. Now, the big innovation that the original Homeworld game introduced was the fact that all of the gameplay took place in a true 3D space environment. So you could position your spaceship on a 2D plane, but then you could also go up or down on the Z plane and meet your opponents in different parts of space. And the thing with this game is that you're not controlling little orcs or little tanks or anything like that. You're controlling an enormous fleet of spaceships. You've got fighter craft, you've got bomber craft, you've got capital ships. There's never been a real-time strategy game.
StarCraft?
No, in StarCraft you're controlling little creatures, and they've got tanks, and they're on planets and bases and stuff like that. And it's not in true 3D space. It's a pseudo 3D world.
When the graphics are this bad, who cares if it's a...
Are you insane, man?
This is a PC game.
The graphics are phenomenal in this game.
Phenomenal.
There's great lighting effects on all of the different ships. You can see every laser blast that hits every single craft. You can see explosions going off. Watching those capital ships explode.
Every game has lasers and explosions.
This is gorgeous.
I don't understand.
Not every game is in control of like 100 different spaceships flying around each other like
that. But you have to pull out so far that all you see
yes.
is little green circles
it's a strategy
or red squares.
Game. It's a strategy game. It's
so
not,
how is that
it's not an air combat game.
So green circles and red squares, that's great graphics.
That's one way to look at it.
Pasted
background. It isn't a 2D background. It's a complete 3D
one way to
map.
look at it, but that's the way you always have to look at it. Answer me this question.
Yes.
Did you or did you not think that this was probably the most difficult
yes, I did.
and tedious?
Not tedious.
It is as if the developers never actually sat down and played their own game.
I think they played it so much they thought, oh man, people are going to love it, and let's amp up the difficulty because they're going to be addicted to this.
Not at all.
It's a very enjoyable game.
What
you
about
just have to have patience for it, and you don't have any patience.
Obviously, I don't have any patience because if something I put in I don't find entertaining at all, I don't find fun at all, of course I'm not going to have any patience for it.
The way I look at this game,
myself. If I have a pebble and it's in my shoe, I don't just get used to it. I take my damn shoe off, I get rid of the pebble, and I move on to the next thing.
Yeah, well, that's how you're treating this game, and you're not giving it the time that you need to, and there's lots of fun to be had.
Can we talk about the
music's fantastic.
I love the opening cinematics, kind of like this black and white 3D.
They've also improved the interface quite a bit. It's a lot easier to sort of get into the game. I also really like that they added a whole bunch of new ships to the game. I love the Marine frigate, which you can actually
friggin' Marines.
You can actually send the frigate in to take over enemy ships, and then you have control of those. Great idea there.
What was that word you used before? Circulicious?
Circuitous.
Circuitous? This is crapculous. Take out your...
Obviously, you need to start reading some more.
Take out your Tommy Thesaurus and look at crapculous. Whatever
you got to start reading some more.
I don't know what that is.
And trying some other types of games, okay?
I don't like this one.
9 out of 10.
Oh!
It's a great game.
Homeworld 2 gets the 2.
Oh, man. You are punishing.
On the positive side, the graphics...
Wait a second. You hated... I'm doing the positives.
All right.
On the positive side, this game's got a much improved user interface. It's a lot easier to play this game. There are a whole bunch of cool brand new units like the Marine Frigate. Although Tommy hated the graphics, I thought they were unbelievably cool. And the voiceovers and music are amazing in this game.
On the negative side, although Vic loved the graphics, I thought they were just okay in playing. This game is extremely difficult, but worst of all, if you're not into these games, I mean, this one is the ultimate bore fest. I felt like I was going to school.
Today on the show, we looked at The Simpsons Hit and Run for the GameCube. This Grand Theft Auto ripoff is actually the best Simpsons game we've ever played. There could have been a little bit more polish in the collision detection and the physics, though. On PlayStation 2, we reviewed Ratchet & Clank Going Commando. There's an amazing amount of variety and collectibles in this game, but the level design is a little bit formulaic. On the Xbox, we reviewed Robin Hood, Defender of the Crown. This is a game with a cool story and a nice collection of medieval activities. Unfortunately, those activities aren't that much fun. On the PC, we looked at Homeworld 2. This one's an innovative, stylish, real-time strategy game with a brutal difficulty curve. And Tommy, well, he just couldn't stand it. In hardware, we looked at Nyko's Airflow mouse. This is a great idea, a mouse that blows. But what also blows is the optical sensor, which didn't work on all of our machines. On the GBA, I looked at Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. This is one of the deepest and most satisfying GBA games that you're going to find, but get ready because it's going to suck up a ton of your time.
Well, we've come to the end of the show. Unfortunately, we don't have any more time to review more real-time strategy games. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Loved that game, didn't you? And they've added all these 3D graphics and this storytelling stuff to that old type of gameplay to sort of jazz it up.
He should be dressed up in a elf costume,
Yeah, I know.
running through the forest
You have
like
it
a
with
merry
you?
man.
No. All right, here we go. Okay.
Sorry, did I ruin that?
No, it's fine. It's very... Okay, here we go. Ready?